What's up, guys? It's Austin. I thought it'd be fun to do a commentated run of uh, a really fun beat 'em up, probably my favorite beat 'em up that I've ever played, and I feel like that says a lot. This game was made by the LNS team. You can see right there. It's even got Nestor Acebo, Con 5 Duros. He does like arcade, usually, yeah, one credit clear playthroughs, that kind of thing. And so, wow, look at all those characters. But yeah, it's a game which is made using an engine, Open Bore, which is kind of like a beat 'em up open source engine, I suppose. It's got a really good amount of content. It's got a lot of characters, got a lot of stages, and the mechanics feel good. Everyone has supers, and you can do this sort of parry move, which is like a quick block. You know, it takes some NP, and but you can guard, which you can't do a lot in beat 'em up. So it feels like there's a good amount of there's some good mechanics. It feels good to play. And here is the character select screen. Wow, that's a lot of characters. We got the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs characters. We got Captain Commando. We got some Final Fight characters. Look at Hager and his strength. He's so strong. Dean. And then we got AVP characters. That's a really cool inclusion. I love it. Battle Circuit. Kind of a weird, I guess, less known Capcom beat 'em up. 2 Punisher characters. And a ton of Street Fighter characters. And yeah, it feels pretty good. They have their moves and their supers and stuff. It feels nice to be able to control them in a beat 'em up. Got some of the bosses. And then we got some Third Strike characters. Got some Street Fighter 4 characters. Some Alpha characters. I mean, there are the Street Fighter 4 characters. And then some Marvel characters. I really like the Marvel characters as well. If I didn't like Dhalsim so much, I would use, Jill and the AVP characters. And Dhalsim was the first character I picked up. I was basically just using him until I found the other characters, but he's just so much fun. He has everything. So here's the story. So I don't know. That might be after Street Fighter 4. I'm not sure. Plan to back in time. So Belger's the Final Fight boss. But yeah, it's kind of nice because Final Fight and Street Fighter were basically always the same universe. I'm glad that they could really emphasize how important Street Fighter and Final Fight characters are to each other without much reaction time. Probably just plugged into Google Translate. We got a cool looking Hager sprite there. And that's really all we get for the intro. Now it's on to the first stage, and these are the Final Fight stages from the first game, I believe. But with the Sega CD music, which is a really nice touch. And if you have all the characters unlocked and you hit that signpost, you go back and you get some more characters. Got some King of Fighters characters, Dungeons and Dragons, that's a cool one. Moria. I think more King of Fighters. That's a Capcom. I forget the name of that beat 'em up. We got Felicia from Darkstalkers. And Percival from Knights of the Round, which was another character I was excited for because I love that. That's probably my favorite of the beat 'em ups. I know a lot of people like Dungeons and Dragons, it feels a little bit bloated to me, and I think Knights of the Round is a much better game personally. But here's the first stage. Not too much to say right now. Enemies are super weak, and just pick up points to gain levels. Levels are really good in this game. Every time you gain a level, you get your HP refilled, and you get more MP, which is how you use your special moves and your supers. And Dhalsim, this character is really strong. He has really good normals. He has that sort of his sort of diving corkscrew spin move that he had in Street Fighter, and it's really good. You can kind of just stay in the air and just hit people a lot, which is what I like to do a lot. You just kind of pop them up in the air and then just mash the button, and you just do that, and it does a ton of damage, and it doesn't really take any MP, which is really nice. And here you can see this is the super I'm probably going to be using the most. This is command grab, Shangri-La. It's really powerful. There's this other one, Yoga Inferno. Oh, he frame trapped me. I frame trapped myself. Yeah, you just kind of drill on these guys. There's not too much to say about the first level. It's not too hard. And Dhalsim also has a teleport, which he can use on the ground or in the air, which is amazing. And it's pretty cheap. It's not expensive. Yoga Flame's pretty expensive. It's a really good combo ender move. Yeah, you can just kind of teleport and keep combos going. It's really strong. A lot of characters can't do that. Dhalsim can kind of just combo anybody from anywhere and just do it as long as he wants. And then this grab is so good because, you know, you're fully invincible. It's huge. The grab range is monstrous. And enemies will just continue to walk into you. And if they get hit by one, they just take so much damage. The final kick does so much damage. And another thing that's great about it is Dhalsim has 5 skill, which is the most skill you can have. So whenever he gets MP back, whenever it ticks back, he gets 5 at a time, which is huge. And on top of that, when you use that command grab, you just kind of sit there for like a long time. So you just get MP back. It's really good for bosses. Really good for everything, really. It's one of the best supers in this game, no question. And you'll be seeing me use it a lot. I'm pretty carried by that move, so kind of just drilling into people right now. Big damage, huge damage. These enemies are pretty weak, so not a lot going on yet. Just kind of trying to build our levels. We're playing solo, so we'll get a lot of experience. And you can see when you level up, you get all your MP back and you get all your HP back. So you kind of want to time your level ups if you can. Or right before you level up, use all your MP, use a super or something, because then you just get it right back and you can do it again. And you'll see that a lot in the run. I don't have like an experience route, but I'll just kind of try to set it up so I can get the level up at the perfect time so I can just keep supering the bosses. And this is going pretty bad. That was really sloppy. I haven't been playing this game as much, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of sloppiness. Hopefully I can make some clutch plays. We'll see. Get some points. Points are good. Leveling up is good. You get more MP. And you get these nice little bonus stages. At the tempered glass factory. Ah, it just feels so good to destroy glass. I just feel like I became stronger from destroying all that glass. But yeah, there are multiple paths in this game, which is also great. And we're going to take this path, and I'll explain to you in a little while why I like to take this path. Not just for the awesome music right there. Still got some weenie enemies, just gonna spin into them a lot. Kind of get that Yoga Flame combo into her. It's not really optimal, I don't think. It's just kind of cool. Takes a pretty good amount of MP. His Yoga Flame is kind of expensive. He's also got Yoga Fire, which I use right there. It's just a projectile. Can't be used in the air. Would be nice, but I don't care. He's got everything, so I can't complain about this character. Oh, that guy just doo-dooed him. I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of nice drink. Get some sunglasses for some points. Then just combo off yourself. And there's Andore or Hugo, who was based on Andre the Giant. Missing that parry there, so I kind of took a little bit of damage. But might as well do that because I'm going to level up. Just use all your MP, that's optimal. Some points. Drill on these guys. The knife guys are pretty annoying. Later there'll be a lot of them and they like to hang back and just throw knives at you. But you know, you can kind of do that that recover and use your joy. I don't know, they say no juggies. But you basically use that so you become invincible right after you get hit. Before like I was doing that, you just get hit and you just take the CPUs will just combo you, so you have to do that pretty much. There are certain times you don't want to do it because sometimes they'll punish you for it, but most of the time it's really strong. You just want to do it all the time. You press up and attack while you're in that sort of tumble. You kind of get knocked back. And then to do your on the ground joy, you press attack and jump at the same time. And that'll give you invincibility, but it'll take a little bit of health. But it's totally worth it. It's super strong. Because you can just kind of, especially on bosses, if you need, like, for Dhalsim, because he's really good with MP, so there'll be times where it's like, oh, I need just a little bit more MP, so then I'll just spam the joy, and it knocks everything away, and bosses will just, like, kind of walk into it if you position them right, and you just kind of do that to buy some time, and it's another thing that's really good about being a 5 skill character, is you can kind of do that. Got some electric guys, they're pretty annoying. Easy to parry though. Spin on them, big damage. Oh, and when you parry, if you can kind of get like a perfect parry, and I believe you get more MP back. Normally I think you get 20 MP, I want to say. And you see me just kind of combo my super after doing my dash attack. Everything pretty much cancels into each other in this game, so it's really fun. You can be really creative with it. The juggling feels really good. You know, a lot of beat 'em ups, like the juggling is, you know, not really there, and it's just like this game's really fun to juggle opponents, and you can kind of just keep them in the air, and feels good. It's a really well done engine. So this is why I come to this level. There's a hidden 1-up right there. There are a couple 1-ups you can pick up in the game, but this game is really brutal about lives and credits. You usually just get, on most of the difficulties, I think you only get 1 credit, and you start out with like 2 lives or something, so you pretty much have to be really careful. There are a couple life pickups. I think you get an extra life at 200,000, and then maybe 500,000, and you know, every other 500,000. I think that might be right. So there's not a lot, and you know, the first time I was playing this with my friends, we were dying a lot. We were dying really early and weren't getting that far. And it's just a pretty hard game, but it's a lot of fun. The challenge is definitely there, and feels good to get better at it. And it's just a really fun beat 'em up. Really good mechanics. Try to get some barrels. The DK barrels. Get some points. Oh, give me that handgun. This game doesn't have weapons, though. That's the only thing, like, if they could add, like, some weapons or maybe some vehicles or something, that would be amazing. But I'd prefer more characters, honestly. And yeah, you can just see what... Oh, that guy just doo-dooed. And for some reason, there's a lot of poop in this game. And you don't want to pick it up because it makes you lose a little bit of health. Huge damage. Look at that crowd control. Some MP back. And then just do that into groups of enemies, and there you go. Kill everything. Oh, some more caca. An apple a day. And yeah, after you parry, you can kind of do a parry attack. Dhalsim does a little slide, and then you can follow it up with whatever you want, pretty much. About to level up. There we go. That's a fun combo ender. I never knew it because I always used Ryu because, I don't know, he was easy. But I think I've just always been a Dhalsim main in Street Fighter. He's like, you know, got weird jumps, weird properties. Ryu's just so boring. But here we got 2 Sodoms. Oh yeah, on this mode, there's 2 bosses, so it can be pretty tough. Oh my god, I'm just falling apart. Get the grab, get the grab. Oh, I just can't get the grab. There it is. Alright, one's dead. Get that teleport, and then just combo off yourself. Get rewarded a little drink there. Gotta make it, gotta make... Oh, and we gotta sit on him. Sit on him. Alright, another path. This one doesn't matter as much. I usually try to go to the levels with the extra lives. But I don't think there's one in either of those 2 levels. And we get to destroy the car. And you see how I just kind of leveled up at the perfect time? You know, if that was a boss, it's like, okay, well, I just, you know, supered the boss 4 times. Really strong character.
Oh my god.
I love that song. It's a great song. Pretty good soundtrack. Look at that foot. That leg is ridiculous. This character is just so strong. I'll use my super on 2 guys. I don't care. Get some points. Oops. Yeah, these characters jump pretty high, which is useful, and we can put that to use in a little while. Look at that. Just hits everything. And this is kind of where the characters start to get annoying. A lot of characters that jump and throw stuff at you. There are a lot of dangerous regular enemies. Those big dudes will block sometimes, which can be kind of annoying. And they'll kill my combo. Which I'm pretty sure combo doesn't do anything at all. It's just cool to hear the Killer Instinct announcer. That was probably the best thing about that game, was the announcer and probably the CG characters. The game really did look good. But not on Super Nintendo. I had that version. I always hated having to have the dumbed down versions, ports on Super Nintendo. The Street Fighter one was actually pretty good, but like, I remember Primal Rage was just like, this is horrible. Just beating up on these guys. And the teleport, you can cancel into stuff, so teleport into your supers. It's just it's the best teleport in the game. Oh god, you can see the knives. Just grab everything, build a wall. Drill in your head. His jab's alright. There are characters with really big jabs. Watch out, these Andres will just ambush you if you're not careful. And these guys have more HP, so this part can be pretty tough. Just a bunch of enemies that have a lot of HP, and if you get hit once by the when they're charging, a lot of times there'll be like a couple behind you, or behind them, and then we'll just charge into you and hit you like 5 times at once, and you can die that way. Here's the boss, Call Man. Just gonna grab him a bunch and drill on him. Teleport, just keep it going. Oh! You ruined my combo! That's so annoying. It was like it was gonna be a touch of death, maybe. Oh well. That was fine. And if you kill things with a fire attack, they kind of melt, kind of burn away. It's really cool. There are a couple like different ways you can kill people, and they'll kind of have, like if you throw a grenade at them, they'll explode. Starting to see some more variety on the enemies. We'll get that level up. Oh, thanks for the doo-doo burger. Ow. Just super. Why not? I have a lot of MP. I'll just might as well be regenerating MP while I'm just killing things. These guys aren't that threatening, so you can just kind of jump on them. That leg, that move is so huge. It's so good for hitting groups of enemies. Just do it. Yeah, I'm starting to see some enemies that can survive. That's okay, there's plenty enough of Dhalsim to go around. Oh, watch out for that doo-doo. Oh god, it's everywhere. Ooh, oh no, I touched it. Got our ultra combo. Oh, we dropped the combo because there was nobody else to hit. That's okay. You know how effortless it is to just kill these guys. The technique's not even really hard. You just kind of spin the stick around and mash the button. And there's a Nestor. Nothing to see here, just getting kicked by ladies with pink hair. Spin on them. Hey! Super. Let's do it. Oh, we got the ultra combo. I really like his fireball. Ouch. Who are we gonna get? I think we're gonna break 200. No! And when you have full HP, any food you pick up will give you points, which is nice. Ah! What the heck are they doing? Give them the long leg of the law. I love the death screams. It's so good when you kill like multiple guys at the same time and it's just the same scream, but since it's playing like multiple times, it's just really loud. You'll hear that at some point. Just cleaning up the streets with my feet. It'd be cool if combos gave you more points, so you'd be encouraged to get combos. I'm not sure if it... I haven't, like, researched or checked anything. I don't know much about the game, to be honest, just from what I've experienced. And we got the Eddies. These guys are one of my least favorite bosses because they have guns, and the gun is huge. They just shoot you from far away and you just get hit, and does a ton of damage, can combo into itself. You gotta be careful. I've probably died on this boss. Possibly near the most. But it doesn't matter, we just set him on fire. And then get that giant thing of whatever, I don't know what that was. But we're gonna eat it. We're gonna cook it up because it's America. Points. Alright, now this is another path where I like to go to the top path, the uptown. There is an extra life in this level, which might be look hard to get, but it's not that hard to get. We got the oil drums. They're just randomly on fire. And another great thing about solo is you get to have the bonus rooms all to yourself. So we're going to get a lot of levels, which can be good, can be bad, depending on how often you want to get those levels for HP. I definitely think there would be a sort of experience route that would be optimal for bosses in this game, but most of the time you're just going to want more experience. Why not? It may take longer to gain levels, but you get more MP, which is so nice. Love the way this level looks. Doing some damage. Those guys are pretty annoying. Elias. They have like a project. Oh, and you can see how huge that attack they have is. It is absolutely huge. There's a way to play it, the game on with like collisions and stuff, and it is massive. It is just this massive move. But guess what's bigger? My move. It doesn't matter if I don't get that many or whiff. I'll just do it again. I'll just buy more time and do it again. I'll avoid the doo-doos. Oh, I hate when they block. Oh, and you can see there's one up there. It may seem like you'd have to have a wall jump or something, but we're going to be getting it. Big damage, just kill everything. Phone booth has a lot of health. Too much health. You can't get it that way. Just melt them. Ah, just who I was looking for. Oops. No. There it is. So yeah, I'm pretty sure any character can get up there. And it's totally worth it because extra lives are very good, especially for the places we're going to be going. Drill on them. Drill on them. Ooh, got ourselves an ultra. A fat ultra. That's all we're going to get though, so let's go to the next screen. And then you could hear it. Why not? I don't care. Ow. But yeah, this game has a ton of different enemies, which I really like. A lot of enemies from cool beat-em-ups. Drill on them. Well, this guy looks like he had a rough night. Oh, thanks for the hot dog, man. That means a lot. Just teleport over there and then grab you. Teleport's one of his best moves, and it's really cheap. A lot of times you can just kind of get away with teleporting around, and he gains so much MP that you can usually just make more back and still be using the teleport. MP management is a pretty important part of the game, which I like. The game gives you lots of opportunities to parry and get MP back, especially if you're a low skill character. That's going to be very important because a lot of those big grappler characters, big heavy guys, they have terrible skill and they're slow, so you're going to have to really be good at parrying. Just taking care of everything. Just going to save that food. So now I have full health. I can just, if I want, save the food, or I can get the food for points. Oh, love the sound of that. Ah, and that's another move he has that I really should learn to utilize more. His little double stretchy kick move. It's really good. It's really big and combos into, you know, pretty much anything. I'm gonna take some food, get some points. Alright, the next part of the stage. Got an arcade back there or something? Oh. Yeah, this is another game like Double Dragon 3 where you do not want to be between two enemies. Man, Double Dragon 3 was so bad about that. Just the way they just would always like walk at you, and it would always just end up that there are two guys on either side of you, and then you just, your health bar goes down. That would be another, that would be some characters I would like for this game would be the Double Dragon, you know, Billy and Jimmy Lee. Bimmy and Jimmy, sorry. They are definitely beat 'em up icons, legends. That might have been my first beat 'em up. Yeah, I think that was my first beat 'em up. They deserve it. I know they're not Capcom. They deserve it. The characters from Battletoads arcades should be in this game, and the turtles should be in this game. And then a King of Dragons character would be awesome. That is another legendary Capcom beat 'em up, which I personally, I know a lot of people love. You know, Tower of Doom and Shadows over Mystara, the Dungeons and Dragons games, but I feel like the gameplay's better in King of Dragons and Knights of the Round, if I'm going to be honest. I know they're legendary, and I like them. You know, for a long time, I was too like, oh, you know, this is the quintessential beat 'em up, but the gameplay gets interrupted all the time. There's just so much stuff. There's just all this weird item management, and I just feel like the gameplay is just perfect in King of Dragons and Knights of the Round. You can block, and you know you get some. There's a leveling system, but it's not like a huge part of the game. You're not always stopping and making choices and going different areas, and then it's like I have all this gear, but I don't understand if I'm using. It's just like, what is this? Items all over the place to grab. I just want to beat things up, man. Took out that whole group of Karens. And teleport's really great because you can kind of, you know, manipulate the enemy's positions with it really well. They'll pretty much, if you have two groups, you can pretty much teleport to one side, and then you'll just have one group, and then you do this, and look, I killed like almost the whole group with just 2 moves. They're kind of annoying when they jump. Drill into grab. It's a good one. Spin on them. Yummy. Ah. He just slapped me with his pimp cane. Drill him. You enjoy the rest of the credits.